Barbarians, human garbage or god tier?
Let's find out.
Alright, so first things first, Barbarians in the early game, I will concede that they're actually pretty powerful. Here's the thing though. They are literally worse fighters. They don't get no bonus feats. They rage, which makes them fatigued. It's literally a bonus that makes them worse.
Yeah, you might think so. But as a barbarian, I can be Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. They get 10 bonus movement speed at first level. Anyone who wants to hit you, you just say, no, I'm too fucking fast. I'm Sonic the goddamn Hedgehog.
I don't think that's how that works, dude.
Shut the fuck up. It's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Bruh, you can't even wear no armor, though. You can't even wear no armor. It has to be light or medium. How the hell are you gonna, like, block attacks, man? You know how much a goblin gets to plus to hit you, like this common-ass enemy, bruh? Gets a +3, bruh. Where's your fucking AC, dude? What is it? It ain't high. It's 16 at most. That's a 65% chance. Actually, it's only a 65. It's like 65% chance fitting you, dude.
Okay, yeah, but you know what? You have uncanny dodge.
This dude looking at the fucking book.
I'm looking at the fucking book. You got uncanny dodge, which means...
What does that do?
That means you can't be flat-footed. So you always get your dex bonus, at least.
Yeah.
Let me get a nut on your feet, at least.
But, what about them status effects, though? What about them imps, though? Like, fucking up your dexterity and constitution and shit. Like, yeah, you got the highest hit die in the game. At least, you know, the max hit die possible. But, like, what the fuck are you gonna do, man? They hitting you all the time. They squeezing your cheeks, bruh. They're squeezing your cheeks.
Yeah? Sonic the Hedgehog. Just don't get hit. Just get good.
Alright.
Just fucking smash their face in before they can hit you. Just kill them before they can hit you.
Okay. In terms of roleplay, though, why would you ever want to be a barbarian? They're a bunch of they're basically me in real life.
Because they're
a bunch
read.
They're a bunch of yeah, exactly. It's level 1, illiteracy.
Illiteracy. You can't read. You don't need to read. When's the last time you needed to read? When's the last time you read something, huh?
I mean, that's fair, but...
When's the last time you actually needed to read something in D&D? Even if you do, everyone else can read. You don't have to. It doesn't matter.
You're a big smelly brute. You're not even like fucking, well, who was that? Darkmane? You don't even got like 1 million IQ. You're a brute. You're not even a gentleman. You're a brute.
Yeah?
And all the people looking down at you because you don't fucking bathe. Like I said, you're me in real life. You don't bathe. You don't shave. Your fucking pubes are jungle.
Yeah, you don't need to bathe. You just chat on everyone. Say, I don't give a fuck about hygiene. That's what Christian does whenever he plays.
I know it's what he does.
You notice?
I know that's what he does, dude.
He just fucking... He does what he wants.
Like, can we take a break real quick and talk about fucking Beowulf for a second?
Dear God, Beowulf. That man makes my nipples hard.
Oh Jesus, dude. So Beowulf, one of the campaigns I ran, we were, first off, grade A sidetracking, worst podcast on the internet. A plus. But no, Beowulf, in a 10th level game I made, it was Beowulf, my friend Ben here was the tree man, I forget his character's name. Do you remember him? Tiki?
Tiki was a lizard folk
And
druid.
who was the other player? Chris? No. There was... Mason. Who was Mason? Mason was a lich.
He was a lich.
There's some funny stories regarding that, but let's stick to Beowulf.
I don't remember what the character.
Yeah, all his characters' names are the fucking same.
Exactly. So you only know what the character was, and you never know what to call it.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, so this nigga Beowulf. So he's this human wrestler from the south of this world I made that I ripped off all the fucking names from World of Warcraft, I might add.
Indeed.
Except for like one. I think one was an original name. It was like Zul'Farrak or some shit. Like literally ripped from World of Warcraft, because that's the kind of originality you get from me.
Mm-hmm.
But he's from there, and he's this wrestler dude who's like fought the best. Like he's beaten ogres into submission. So, and he starts going north to fight in the war with the undead, and he meets these guys. So this dude, he's a strong guy, but he has a weapon, an adamantine folding chair.
The only folding chair in the entire universe, and it's made out of the strongest material known to mankind,
And
to any kind.
I'd be amiss to tell you about the best story. Now, this guy wasn't a barbarian. I think he was a fighter. But he was a fucking barbarian at heart. Let's face it, dude. He was a barbarian.
Yeah.
Like, statistically...
Was he actually a fighter?
Yes, but he was a barbarian.
I mean, yeah, basically.
But...
I mean, that's what you were saying, right?
He ran...
Barbarians are worse fighters.
Exactly. But, he ran into a... you guys are going in my dungeon, you're fighting it, you're having fun. You get to this boss, the whole idea was to, like, manipulate these runes to destroy the undead and kill the wizard in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he wasn't meant to be destroyed until you did that, and he was casting spells, dealing a lot of damage. He was dangerous. He was actually getting ready to kill y'all.
He had minions. He had a giant ass.
They were skeleton minotaurs, if I remember correctly. But then Christian takes his fucking folding chair
and lobs that shit as hard as he fucking can. Rolls a natural 20, breaks through a fucking, like, a force field or some shit, and smashes the wizard in the head and kills him instantly.
I was flustered. The dungeon started with fighting a skeletal dragon, I might add. Like, it started awesome, and it kept getting cool, and then there was this awesome encounter, and then
he
folding
just
chair.
He just cheeses it.
And folding chairs has been kind of a fucking meme in our thing. An actual barbarian is Korgoth, but we can talk about Korgoth when we get to late game, because he was more of a late game barbarian.
Yeah, Beowulf was late game too, but he wasn't even a barbarian. So.
No, he wasn't. But he acted like one.
Yeah.
He so acted like one.
You let him use his strength bonus instead of his charisma bonus on diplomacy checks. Because he would just oil up his pecs and his biceps and just flex at people. And his sex appeal was just so fucking high that he just turned everyone on.
I know once, I didn't allow this, he wanted to make a heal check, because if you kids don't remember... Heal's a fucking skill in D&D 3.5. This is all 3.5. We don't really play 5th edition that much. We're old school. We like Spreadsheet Simulator.
Indeed.
Nothing against 5th edition, just prefer 3.5. But where was I? Oh yeah. So this dude wanted to add strength to his heal, and his argument was he would grab the two ends of the open wound and squeeze them so tightly together that the skin would stick.
Yes. I don't know why you didn't let him do it. Obviously, it works in real life.
It actually does a little bit.
Obviously, it works in real life.
If you hold it long enough, it will.
Well, I mean, if you hold a wound shut, yeah, it won't bleed as much. But it won't heal it.
I mean, you just gotta hold... I mean, what do stitches do? I mean,
stitches are kind of like after a wound's been treated, it holds it shut.
Yeah, exactly. Treat it, hold it shut. Strength score.
Yeah, but you would have, to literally hold the person's like limb or their wound or.
No, I'm saying you'd have to hold it for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. It's bad.
It's bad.
Like, once my buddy Ethan almost cut his fucking thumb off.
Oh dear God! Don't bring Ethan up.
And he wanted to super glue it. No. And his entire family was saying super glue, and I said, "No, we're going to the hospital, you fucking idiot."
Ethan, dear God.
He wanted to super glue it.
Ethan is a real life barbarian.
He's an ogre barbarian.
Dear God.
Where the fuck were we? We just went on a massive tangent.
Yeah.
Let's talk about mid game. Barbarian. Okay, so we head into the mid game. We're like 5th to 10th level, somewhere in that range. 5th, 6th, 7th level, it's still okay, and then wizards start getting 4th level spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you think so?
And then just like all these fucking magic casters start outclassing them in every way. Like they can literally summon minions that are stronger than the fucking barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah. This nigga is pawing through the book trying to make an argument.
Yep. Okay, so my argument for barbarians is fuck AC. Who needs it? No one needs AC. You don't need AC. Barbarians are glass cannons. That's what they do.
You just smelly cannons.
You just kill things before they can hit you.
Yeah?
Yeah. even if things do hit you, you have DR. Look at that. You got DR. DR3 at 13th level.
You got DR3 at 13th level. Yeah.
And then you get fucking greater rage. So you get your strength and your constitution both are increased by 6, and your AC only goes down by 2.
But then you just get hit more.
But you have more health. You get more health.
But not that much more health.
It doesn't matter if you get hit, because you just kill things! And then look, if you take combat expertise, and you get improved disarm, then you can just swat people's weapons out of their hands and say, you can't hit me anyway, you have a weapon.
What about natural weapons?
You have DR.
You have 3 DR, dude!
Sonic the fucking Hedgehog!
The wolves hit for like 1d6 plus 3. Like, they automatically say, yo, I'm gonna deal at least 1d6 damage to you. That's a fucking CR, like, 1/2 monster. You're 13th level, nigga. Like, it ain't gonna hurt you much, but it's gonna hurt you. So, we're back in town. The Barbarian still smells. He's still a fucking brute. He's not a gentleman. He's a giant fucking pussy. He ain't got shit on the wizard. Wizards are fucking wooing all the bitches.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think so, dude.
Barbarians, my class.
Dude, barbarians are fucking like, they're just sitting around, they're jacking off, they're doing nothing. They can't do shit.
What's wrong with sitting around jacking off?
I mean, I do it all the time. Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. But, like, in D&D, you want to be able to do more than that. You want to be able to coerce the local merchant into giving you lower prices. I don't know.
I mean, maybe you do.
Well, what are you doing in roleplay as a barbarian that makes it so much fun?
Shitting on everyone.
Okay, you want to elaborate on that?
You, as a barbarian, you play as Christian Phillips, the human being. You just have utter disdain for anyone's emotions. You just do what you want, and you don't care. That's the premise of being a barbarian.
If you have constant comebacks, like, all the better.
Yeah.
But you don't want to see the thing that's shitty about that is you don't want to aspire to be Christian Phillips.
Maybe you don't. He's my role model.
Is he actually your role model? Is he really your role model?
Maybe. Maybe he is. What's it to you? Is that a problem? You got a problem?
Not really.
You don't like Christian?
I love Christian. Christian's my nigga.
That's what I thought.
I love that
my
boy.
Role model.
Like, I'm not a fan of his girlfriend, but I love Christian.
Wow,
no, this is okay. And I'm gonna fucking publish that with that, and I'm gonna link it to Christian. Christian can suck my dick.
He's not gonna listen to all this. He's never gonna hear it because he's Christian. He doesn't care. He's a barbarian. He's not gonna have the attention span.
let's.
Christian's not gonna have the attention span to listen to this, just like a barbarian would.
That's why I'm just gonna have pictures of jiggling titties over the whole thing. Like, I'm literally just gonna have a video, like, stock footage of strippers titty dancing.
Yeah, spoken like a true barbarian.
No, I am a barbarian IRL. We rolled a die. Like, I could probably think of why barbarians are great. But the thing is, they fucking suck. Next segment, fucking late game. Okay, 14 plus. Here's the thing about barbarians.
Mm-hmm.
Any item they could get is literally only going to increase their strength.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're going to get, like, say, what's the spell? Enlarge person permanency on them, making them large or huge. Yeah. And here's the thing about that. Who's doing the permanency? Who's making the items? The wizard. The sorcerer.
Yeah.
The bard.
Yeah.
Probably not the bard. Bard's gonna be the next one.
True.
But. And let's face it, everything has so many instant death effects. And so many fucking CC effects. And so many things that are just gonna hit you and just kill you. And things that are big enough that'll just eat you. Or things that are small enough that they'll just tunnel inside of you. Or just... like... warp touch. Fantasy gonorrhea. Like, diseases and afflictions and curses are so big at this point and do so much against you. And poisons.
You see, the thing about that is that when you're a barbarian, you just say, fuck you.
If you're alive at this point, that is... I just want to add, if you're actually alive at this stage in the game, and they're like, this is the character you made at first level, and he's still alive at 14th, 15th, 16th level,
Kudos.
I fucking applaud you, dude.
Kudos.
That is hard.
Yeah.
Like, you're probably really good at D&D. Like, you're really... Oh, shit. Like, you're probably really good at the fucking, tactics of the game.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, why are you still playing a fucking Barbarian?
Okay.
Alright.
Barbarians late game, I mean, the thing about them is really just fuck your AC. Fuck AC. You don't need it. Like you were saying, yeah, you might have to crutch off a wizard a little bit. If you had an abjurer in your party, who cares? They'll just give you bonuses, and you don't need your AC.
Mage Armor Mass, or whatever the fuck the spell's called.
Exactly. And fucking, you've got at 20 when you hit 20th level, you get Mighty Rage, so you get +8 to your strength and your constitution.
Yeah, a whole extra 1 per hit die on the hit constitution.
And your AC still only goes down by 2.
That's 2 AC you don't have, my dude.
So who needs it?
Things are gonna hit you, and they're gonna hit you hard.
Who cares? Kill them. You get +8 to your strength, and like I was saying with disarm, you said natural weapons. You got monsters. True. But if they have a weapon, then no, they don't.
What if a wizard just walks up to you and says no? What if a wizard just walks up to you and casts some shit like say a really fucking mean GM walks up and says, yo, here's this wizard. He casts Reality Maelstrom. What are you gonna do? Wizard, Dispel.
Mm-hmm.
Cleric, I think they have a Dispel spell as well. I believe so. But they're going to be able to do something, or at least be able to cast something to be able to live in their new domain. As long as it's not Limbo, because then they wouldn't be able to cast it fast enough before they turn into a brick and then a gnome and then a chicken and then some poo.
That's just okay. You say that, but that's like any class that can cast spells is going to be able to do that. So
I know, I'm saying...
That's something to shit on classes that are just melee. That's not something that's specific against barbarians. Fuck you. Doesn't pass in debate club.
Alright, you know what? That's fair.
It's a moot point. You don't get points for that.
That's fair. I will admit that's fair. With that being said, the fact that you're melee... Because let's face it, there are no good ranged weapons for barbarians.
No.
There are not. You are melee. There's some good melee weapons.
Yeah.
But you're not a ranged barbarian.
No.
No. Like, what are you doing with your life? Your rage is strength.
Yeah.
So why are you using ranged weapons? And with that being said, anything that flies.
Yeah.
Beholders. Mm-hmm. Dragons. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure... Do liches get levitate, like, in their base block? I know a lich, obviously, the DM can add shit because it's a wizard.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they get in their base block. Either way, liches.
Okay.
Literally anything that can fly or levitate. Like, above your reach.
Okay. Alright. So that's a pretty good point against barbarians, because all the other melee classes, like fighters and rangers, can be melee. Rogues, even still... They all can use ranged weapons.
Like, you can just sling. You still get your strength bonus, but, like... I guess you have proficiency, too.
If you want... I mean, yeah.
But let's...
That would be... But that's a very niche thing to cover a base. Which you might be able to... You might be able to use that proficiency better somewhere else.
Yeah. Now, you're more likely than not, if you're a barbarian, you picked a barbarian because you already had... a fighter, you already had a cleric, you already had a wizard, you already had a rogue, you already had like a pretty balanced party, and you just wanted some extra DPS. Here's the thing. Now let's talk about roleplay for a second. You are a 20th level barbarian.
Yes.
You are walking into the motherfucking city of, let's say, Neverwinter.
Mm-hmm. Very large.
What?
Metropolis.
You are, at this point... First off, kudos to the little party for not getting into some fucking drama and disbanding by this point.
Yeah.
Second off, kudos to you for surviving to this point. Because you probably have almost died. Hell, you probably might have died and got resurrected.
Yeah.
More likely than not, you have died a couple times at this point.
Very true.
Dragons, beholders, flying things. Will saves.
Mm-hmm. Well.
But okay, do you have a point against the will saves thing? What is your base will save at 20th level?
At 20th level, a Barbarian's base will save is, I mean, it's +6. So it's
it's not very good.
No, that's a low will save progression.
It
But
is.
with Mighty Rage, you get +40 or will save.
Plus 10.
Yeah, well, it's a whole +10, which is
And plus your
decent.
wisdom,
It's
but
decent.
you're not really specking for wisdom, so
No.
unless you got like a high roll at the beginning of making your character, you don't have a high wisdom. Okay. You're a 20th level barbarian walking in. And you know what? I still believe nothing has changed. The only thing that might have changed is you might have a few followers, and you probably have a lot of fucking trophies.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still a fucking smelly degenerate walking into the city. Fucking dick swinging. You might have this epic sword, but
Connor.
like, everyone's looking
All
around
right.
like, fuck
Okay.
this dude.
Okay, so dick swinging, he says. Let me just step aside here to say, mutton. That's all I have to say to that. That's all I have to say. Mutton was a barbarian that you played yourself, and was the stinkiest, most abhorrent, most socially inept creature to walk the face of the earth.
I mean, that's just objectively true.
You walked into a tavern one time, I remember very specifically.
I think I know what this is gonna be.
There was a barmaid who was serving patrons who walked in, and you went inside and you were like, I want to flash this woman my dick. I want to pick up my loincloth.
Not a dick holster, mind you, to like stick my dick. Cause I had a fucking donkey cock, this character.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You wanted to flash this woman your foot-long dong.
As I would put it.
And you were going to try to seduce her, and you wanted to hire her services for a night or something like that. And she was utterly disgusted and refused. And you got angry. Mutton got angry. And he was like, 1 gold. Me fucky fucky. 1 gold. And she was like, no, fuck off. You're not getting this.
Oh no.
And do you remember what you said? Do you remember it?
Let's say, like something like, me fuck you or me cut nipple off.
Yes, 1 gold or me cut nipple off. You threatened to cut this woman's nipples off if she didn't fuck you for 1 gold. So you are bashing barbarians for being uncivilized, and yet you did this yourself. It's part of the roleplay, Connor. It's part of the appeal. It's why you play a barbarian.
That doesn't make it good. In fact, I'd argue barbarians are probably the best class at ruining campaigns.
Christian Phillips.
Barbarians and then rogues.
Yeah? Christian Phillips. Those are his 2 classes.
Yeah. You know what? Christian Phillips. That's all I have to say about this fucking game. It's Christian Phillips. So, I think we've said all the points that we have to make.
Yeah.
We've told a few stories, so... What do you think, Barbarian? Good? Bad?
Barbarians are unironically god tier for one reason. Sonic the fucking Hedgehog.